The Wall Street Journal claims that Tesla has basically just been approved for full self-driving rollout in China. This is huge because Tesla's customers, many of them have been pretty much saying, you know what, we want full self-driving. Where the hell is it? Why are you not offering it? And Elon Musk has flown to China over the last few days. He flew there, cancelled his visit to fly to meet the Prime Minister in India, flies to China, and well, this is what happens. He just gets things done. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you guys. Elon Musk, love him or hate him. Personally, I don't mind him. A lot of people hate him. A lot of people love him. A lot of people don't care. But you've got to admit, he gets things done. And I mean, honestly, this is pretty damn good evidence that when he really sets his mind to it, well, yeah, things seem to just happen. Elon Musk's lightning visit to China has paid immediate dividends, with Tesla clearing two big hurdles to introduce its driver assistance system, full self-driving, to China, the world's biggest auto market. Xpeng's CEO has responded to this already. Now, Xpeng famously have gone to court with Tesla. Tesla sued them for using their full self-driving software, which they used from a former Tesla engineer, downloaded it all and went and worked at Xpeng and gave this software to them. But anyway, he's responded, and interestingly, he has, well, been very positive. You know, he's saying this is great news. He's welcoming Tesla to bring full self-driving to China. And he said this: today, quite a few friends asked me what I think about full self-driving entering China. And I'm especially welcoming Tesla, full self-driving, entering China. Now, the reason that he's especially welcoming it, I'm not going to say anything else there, guys. I'll just stop right there. Anyhow, Tesla will partner with Chinese tech giant Beidou for mapping and navigation functions to deploy what it calls full self-driving. And Tesla has passed a key data security and privacy requirement in China, which ease the Chinese government's concerns over security issues. You know, Tesla's cameras, vehicles, they're not actually allowed on Chinese government facilities. So if you work for the Chinese government, usually you can't drive a Tesla because they have all their cameras on them. They collect data, of course, not for the purpose of spying on China, as far as I'm aware. But the Chinese government doesn't want Tesla filming that. So actually, Tesla is not allowed at this point in time to send full self-driving data collected from its cameras back to America to its Dojo supercomputer to be able to basically train its full self-driving system. I believe Tesla plans on doing this. It plans on kind of having its own full self-driving Dojo computer in China, and then it will kind of merge data from the US and China, and that will enable full self-driving to work in China. There's not a whole lot of changes that need to be made to enable it to work in China. But of course, there are definitely edge cases in China. And Tesla has been collecting data in China now for a very long time. It has heaps of data. We're talking millions of miles of data here from Tesla vehicles driving around in China. So Tesla does have this data here. They don't need to wait and collect it all. They basically do need their system to kind of learn from all that data though. This comes after Tesla's CEO Elon Musk made an unannounced trip to China on Sunday. He was seeking approval for the system. And this is kind of part of Tesla's big plan now. The media are saying that it's an emergency. Tesla are trying to raise revenue immediately. They're desperately trying to get revenue. That's not really the case. I think maybe that's true. I don't know. But I think probably what is really more important here is Tesla are basically saying, you know, we aren't far away from full self-driving being approved. We think maybe 6 months, something like that. But we need the system to be up and working in these countries so we can prove that it works better than the average human driver. While the suite of features requires constant supervision now, and technically it doesn't make Teslas fully autonomous yet, Tesla does charge an $8,000 fee to buy full self-driving, which is likely to be much more expensive if Tesla's full self-driving was approved by regulators, to basically for the cars to drive themselves. It's $99 a month for a subscription. But anyway, the point is this: if you were to buy it, you're taking a risk, right? It's $8,000. It's a lot of money, and you know it's right now it's supervised. But if you do pay the $8,000 and it gets approved, say in 6 months' time, it might be longer than that, who knows? But if it did, then you would essentially have an Uber, a robo-taxi. Now, if you have a robo-taxi, obviously that $8,000 is worth, it's peanuts. You could earn that money back in 2 weeks easily or less, simply by having your car drive around and work for you. Anyhow, that's what Tesla wants to do. I mean, there's nearly 1.4 billion people in China, and Tesla wants robo-taxis in China. Tesla wants basically to have Uber in America and China. And can Uber compete with this? Of course, no one can compete with this if you have actual robo-taxis. But the question is, will Tesla get this approved to be full self-driving, as in no driver interaction needed? That's what Tesla needs to do. The Wall Street Journal reported Monday that Chinese officials told Tesla that Beijing has approved the company's plan to launch its full self-driving feature in the country. Musk met Sunday with Premier Li Yang, who, as the Chinese Communist Party Secretary for Shanghai, helped the company set up what is now its top plant globally. So, yeah, I mean, you can see here there is a relationship between the Premier of the Chinese Communist Party and Tesla. They've had dealings before. His private jet left Beijing, or Musk's private jet left Beijing on Monday, according to Flight Radar 24. Now, Tesla initially enjoyed a red carpet welcome in China. Musk is a rock star, a celebrity in China. Whether you like that or not, that's just the way it is. And Tesla's share price has gone down a bit lately as its revenue has declined. Tesla's share of China's auto market actually shrank to around 7% in the fourth quarter of 2023 from 10.5% in the first quarter of last year. It is a real thing. But the revenue shrinking, Tesla's revenue shrinking, it hasn't shrunk anywhere near as fast as its legacy automotive rivals from everywhere else outside of China. Advanced driver assistance systems are becoming quite common in China, with many local companies, including XPeng and Xiaomi, using these features as a big selling point. This is actually probably a big selling point for these new Xiaomi vehicles, right? Xiaomi have got more than 100,000 pre-orders for the SU7, and it's been a huge hit, that car, in China. Now, if Tesla are to reveal this full self-driving feature on their vehicles, that definitely could be a big driver for more Tesla vehicle sales, not just sales, but also subscriptions and people purchasing full self-driving for the cars that they already have. Even after slashing prices, Tesla actually sold fewer cars in the first quarter of 2024. And the truth is, Chinese manufacturers they're innovating so quickly, and they're willing to sell their vehicles at a discount as well. And when I say a discount, I mean at lower than the cost it is for them to manufacture the cars. Tesla is cutting its headcount by at least 10%, and they want to accelerate new models. So they're saying they're going to have new models ready to go by the end of this year. One of those new models is, of course, the Tesla Model Y Juniper, the new version of the Model Y. And that's probably the most important vehicle for the company right now. Musk's visit to China was considered a watershed moment by Wedbush Securities senior analyst Dan Ives in an interview with Bloomberg Television. Basically, he's saying, this is a game changer for Tesla. Literally, getting full self-driving approved in China is way more significant than you think it is. This could open up full self-driving in China in a big way, which I view as unlocking what really could be the golden opportunity for them when it comes to full self-driving and autonomous driving in China, which has been a missing piece of Tesla's puzzle. Teaming with Beidou, one of about only 20 qualified suppliers with the country's top-level mapping credentials that can be applied in self-driving functions, allows Tesla to deploy the Chinese company's vehicle lane-level navigation and mapping services for autonomous driving. Tesla has been using Beidou for in-car mapping navigation apps since 2020, but this is a different level of integration. While getting the green light for full self-driving in China is definitely going to help Tesla claw back some lost ground, of course, Tesla has faced numerous challenges in the United States. And whether Tesla can actually get full self-driving permitted in any state in America, as in hands-free, eyes off the road full self-driving, whether they can do that this year, well, that's very debatable. It could take, quite a while. It could take 1, 2, even 3 years. But Tesla's hoping that that's not the case. Thanks for watching.